How's it going, YouTube? And this is Swiftdeathshotz with a tournament update for the weekend. I went to 2 tournaments. I'll go through them all separately and I'll try and get through it fairly quickly rather than dragging on like last time. I'm going to go through my deck, go through my extra, and show you what I ran as per usual, and then talk about it real quick. So I'm not even going to bother sorting it all out like normal, just go through it. So again, because it's plain old zombies, the only thing I need to talk about is one card in here. This one wasn't in. This was a Book of Moon. Sorry. One of them days it looks like. So still got the Karibo. I'll show you the main changes. The main change from last time is we now run 3 Lumina, and I now run 3 Zombie Master. That was the main change for this weekend. Over the other weekends, I put the third of each of these in. People will say a third of Zombie Master's bad and a third of Lumina's bad, but I needed a third Lumina target for running the free solar, and this just lets me go off the Zombie Master with other plays really quickly and pitching faster. So the first one was the more competitive of the 2 of the weekend for my locals. It was basically top 8 cut. It's 5 rounds of Swiss with a top 8 cut. I went and lost the first one to Fire Fist, which was really tight. He only had 1 card in hand, but it was really tight, but he managed to win both rounds. It was a 3.5 axis build. It was really powerful. Cardinal put stuff back just at the right moment, game 1, and then from then on I was on the back foot with them. So yeah, that was really difficult. And then basically that was got done, and then I played anti-meta game 2, which really hurt my deck because it hits the graveyard, and I drew double Mally both rounds in hand and no plague or anything to pitch with both rounds. So that was 2-0 as well. Lost that 2-0, and then we went for round 3 before lunch, and I managed to win that one. So that was good. I managed to win one, and then I drew. Then after lunch, came back and I played Battle in Boxers. I managed to beat Gearja as well again, which was really good. And then I played Battle in Boxers and drew that. It was a tight match. I drew that in time. Didn't get to go to game 3. I really should have won game 2. I misplayed quite a bit. And then final round was Karakuri, which I 2-0'd. I put Maxis in game 2 on the side, and that was quite straightforward after that. Things I took out for siding this weekend that proved really good. Taking out one of these just to go down so I don't have too many in hand. And maybe you'll remember Karibo went as well. Those 3 mainly went down back to 2. And if I really needed like 3 MSTs, for instance, these went straight back down to 2. Or I needed limbs in. There's no point running this in limb, so this went down. And upstarts came out for maxis when I played against special summon heavy decks, because I get more draws off the maxi than I do with the upstart, and I can't pull off the OTK when I upstart. So that was easy switch out, and it worked really well. Then I luckily with 2 wins and a draw made the top 8 cut out of 5 rounds. I was 8th. I then played Bujin, which had done really well over the weekend. I 2-0 Bujin, which was really surprising, because he locked his he was on the top and then he locked out his back row game 1 with 3 Tenki, and so he couldn't get out. I managed to blow up all 3 of the Kaisers as well, with Lilas coming back with Lilas and stuff, so it was really good as well doing that. Then game 2 I just basically played M7, got BLS pack and won that way. For the final round in the top 4 that I lost to Mermouse. I lost to Mermouse 2-0. Really long game 1. Rushed game 2 because of 5 turns, lost that, and that was it. Mermail's really difficult. He still played infantry. He didn't play the Hoban version. He played the infantry still at 1 and got back to hand and popped with it quite a lot from the search. You'll get loads of search with Mermails. I didn't have much aside from Mermails because of my side decks, so my deck's so similar that I depended on the grave, so it was really hard to decide things like Soul Drain or Macro or Fisher. So I ended up coming top 4. I managed to get my 7 Astral Packs for that, which was nice, and that was the more competitive one of the weekend. Then on the Sunday, where my normal locals that I normally talk about and go to my normal locals, I went with this and I topped. I actually topped this week. Over 4 rounds of Swiss. We do 4 rounds of Swiss and then we have a cut, which is the 4 rounds, and then we give up prizes. I managed to top. I went 3 wins and a draw. I managed to beat in the first round 2-0'd Glad Beasts, which I've now got really used to playing Glad Beasts. It used to be quite a pain in the arse deck, but if you play Lila and you bring Lila back and go for the back row before you let them do anything. Rainbow Karibo as well in that build was amazing against Glad Beasts. It just stops them attacking and there was nothing they could do. Second one, I nearly lost it. I lost the first round of it. It was in Insectors. I played the Insectors now 3 times in the last 3 weeks. Beat them 2-0, but this one was a lot more difficult this time. Same guy. He managed to win the first one. He got off Hornet turn 1. Got everything. He got God Hand basically turn 1, and I couldn't recover. And then he did really good hand again game 2, but I managed to I had to rip BLS off the top to win that one. That's how I won that. So it was fluke. It's pure luck that I won game 2 as well. And then game 3 he drew like 4 traps and didn't see any monsters for like 5 turns, and I drew everything good. I drew everything good game 3, so that was lucky that I managed to beat Insectors, but I did. I then played Gearjet again for the 2nd day in a row. Same guy, comes to both our locals. That was really difficult, but I managed to 2-0 that. Sorry, 2-1 that. He won the first one. The first was really hit and miss game 3. It was back and forth. But I managed to have the bigger monsters out. And we ripped BLS again against Gearja, and then I won that one. So that was 3-0, and then I got to play Mermails. Same guy, Darren Mara. I'll link you to his channel. He'll do his Mermail deck profile, which he's been really well with soon, so I'll link you to that when it's up. And I'll link you to his profile as well. And we drew. I won game 1. I went M7, bought BLS back. So again, BLS won me another match on Sunday. BLS just was like everywhere on Sunday yesterday. Everywhere on Sunday, tournament locals, and just totally wrecked. And he couldn't recover because he was on 54. And then game 2, I should have probably won. I feel I could have played some plays a bit better. I think I could have read some stuff like gun summons or Abyss Pike pitches and stuff better. And I could have read and played as Mex Wizards a bit better, particularly with the arc that I made game 2. And yeah, I had loads of advantage for the longest time, but eventually went to 5 turns, and he managed to do more life point damage than me, and he had a Wabaku last turn, so there was no way I was going to get back and do anything. I could have done about 3k that turn, but he had Wabaku, so there was nothing I could do, and we both accepted the draw on time because it was Swiss and there was no top cut, and so we both went into Cozzy system, and Cozzy system put me top, which was nice. So I got 6 packs again yesterday. This is my build. I've been doing really well, as you can tell. Top 4 and a win at and a top at locals means it's doing really well, particularly against things that are considered meta. Still problems with Mermail because if they have infantry in them. I'm looking forward to playing against Hobin's build a lot more than the current one, because I think without infantry the decks could struggle. The only thing I've added since then that I think should have added for the tournament that I haven't is obviously the Thunder King now to stop the Mermail searches. And this guy Leo is so good. I played with my friend last night when he came over, I gave him, and he is so good. This card just is so hard to get over. So easy to make as well, because you can go like assuming the Mizuki's in the grave there, You've got like a Lila in the grave as well. So then you just need a card in hand, a Zombie Master in hand, a Lumina in hand, and another card that's a monster, another Lila in hand. And then you're going to go get Plague as well. So there's a Plague for the hell of it. So it does require a bit of setup to make a Leo, but it's really actually quite easy to make. You go like Lila. It's best to do it off the Levier play. You can go Lila, pitch, so Lumina pitch for Lila. So Lumina pitch, Zombie Master for Lila. Zombie Master off Mizuki. Mizuki pitch in this to bring up the Zombie Master, so then that's in the grave. And then you just make it with these two here. So you then go these two. Leo. It doesn't affect your melee plays. It doesn't affect. Basically, you use the Mizuki up for the whole play and 2 cards in hand, which aren't big deals. And you got Leo on the field then. So you get Leo, and you still have the Lumina, you still have the Plague in the grave. It's best when you mill the Plague and you don't have to touch the melee engine doing this, which is really great. The best one's when you get Levier out. So you go Lumina, Lumina, Lila. You go Banish Mizuki for Zombie Master. This one's effect, the Levier's effect to bring up Mizuki. And then you just basically go off from there really, because you can activate the effect of Plague in the grave, which is already going to be in there, and then you've got loads of plays. I've got to talk about this in Leo's play a bit more, because it was really, you put 10k on the board if there's no responses, so it doesn't even stop upstarts from happening. You can put 10k on the board with this OTK, so if it's all set up. But as for that, we'll talk about that later. I'm going to give you an arc review as well. There's also a Harpy match up, just one round. Just wanted to test up putting up a match. But yeah, I came first this weekend. I came top 4 game on Saturday and came top at the weekend, drawing only to Mermau, winning the rest, and then Cosy put me on top. Darren was really powerful with Mermau this weekend. I'll link you to his profile. I'll link you to his deck when it's up as well. But yeah, I'm really happy I got 13 Astral Packs. Sad I didn't get an ulti in any of my 13 that I got this weekend, but it happens. I'm really happy with this deck at the moment, really good about it. I'll try and bring you the next build next weekend and the tournament update next weekend if I go. I'm probably going on Sunday. If I top then, I'll let you know how this gets on. So this has gone on for so long. I'll give you a Leo review shortly after this as well, I think. So that's all for the Swift Death this week, guys. I'll give you some reviews on cards, and look out for the match that I'm going to put up, the quick draw I'm going to put up for 1 round duel. Okay, guys, over and out. Cheers.